thought I would do my Sunday chat, and I'm going to be doing this one super early because of course tomorrow I do have a market. So, but any of you can watch this back at a later date, of course. And what I thought I would actually do is answer some questions for all of you. So I thought while everyone is logging on, or people can, like I said, watch this later, because this is not my normal time frame. Oh, hi love, how are you? Welcome. Thanks for popping on. I was just doing my quick intro on my Saturday. I often do my little intro on here. But so what I thought I would do is, you know, just go and talk about some questions. So I get asked so many questions during the week. And I thought sometimes on the Sunday chat, what we can do is I'll sort of go through a few of them so that I can sort of talk about, you know, exactly, you know, the questions and so on that people ask me, and give you a few tips. So I'm also going to show you how I actually, I've got it to the side, how I actually bundle something up. Oh, hi from the US. Hi, darling. How are you? Hi, Sean. How are you, love? So, yeah, so, oh, hi, Christine. Good morning, sweet. And Carly, hello. I mean, aren't I lucky to have so many of you guys follow me and be so gorgeous? Laurie from the US. Hello, love. How are you? I hope the weather is not too bad in the US. I know you're opposite times to us, and I have my fan on in here because it's actually getting quite warm in Australia now, so... Oh, thank you, Christine. You're an absolute gem. Thank you. That's so nice. So, and my husband did buy me an air conditioner a while ago, but my father-in-law installs air conditioners, so I'm waiting for him to come and help me. But they need to do some wiring and stuff in my little den in here. And for any of you that don't know, because I know sometimes when I'm on YouTube, you know, it looks like this is a massive big zone I have, and it's actually not. It's maybe 5 meters by 5.8 meters, the room that I work in and the studio I work in. So you can work in any little part. Yeah. Oh, I am getting ready for the sun. That's why I had to put this on. Hi, Carla. How are you, love? Texas here. Welcome, Texas. I've sent actually a few things to Texas over the few years. I have a customer over there that is absolutely gorgeous, and she loves mermaids. So I've sent a few parcels, I think 4 or 5 to her now. So yeah, so she's yeah, she loves the mermaids. So, you know, stuff can go everywhere as long as you're adhering to law, and but it's fine for us in the US. It's not as hard because your laws are similar to us, but the UK, we definitely can't send a lot of things to the UK because it's very strict, and our assessments are a little bit different because we don't do assessments like the UK. But anyway, let's get into it, and I'm going to answer some questions first, and then at the end I will actually show you how I do the gift box, which is super easy for any of you doing markets or selling even online, because it makes them look really professional and easy. You don't need to pay for, you know, the special boxes, because I did actually look into getting, you know, how you get your box and then you get the template put in the top in cardboard. I actually looked at doing that, but it was so expensive, and you had to order in like 5,000 to 8,000 lots to be able to get something that was affordable. Otherwise, you literally pay for one of the boxes I have. I think I paid like $7 a box, which is really expensive because no one actually wants to pay, you know, that kind of money. So anyway, so that's kind of what I thought I would talk about. But anyway, I do have my little bit of paper in front of me. As you all know, I usually write down some stuff during the week that I'm going to talk about. Now, one thing, and I can't see it, hold on, I've got to grab something to show you. All right, during the week, I have been asked about this particular container. So basically, you can see this is where I got it from. This is from Heirloom, and what it was, I think it just had cocoa or shea butter in it, because one of the girls was asking, where do I get these massive buckets? So when you actually buy supplies, don't throw away the buckets, because now that I'm making bigger lots, I actually mix it in this. And that way you don't have to pay for, you know, a big pot or whatever. And the one thing I do notice, you know, on YouTube is people don't like it when, you know, if I'm doing a YouTube thing or even an Instagram or TikTok, people complain if the, you know, if the mixer is metal, touching metal, because that's kind of really horrible to hear. So that's one thing. If you use plastic, you don't have that issue. And of course, we are recycling, reusing, which I'm all about, and I think that's amazing. Oh, how many kilos of soap? So my big, hi Christine, my big one, from Home Depot, yeah, if you're in the US, yeah. And, but in Australia, we can't get things as easy. My big batches, so this one here, I can fill this one. I think it worked out to be about 9 kilos of soap I can actually pop in here. Which, and the slab mold that I got from Vinny, I figured it out because I actually did 10 at the start, but it was too much. Yeah, so, and so basically, yeah, it was too much. So then what I've actually done is I think my new recipe, which I think I actually put the new recipe in for you guys in the last video I've just uploaded this week. And that was about 5.5 kilos, I think, which the slab mold, that's what it actually fills. You know, to the same, that makes the soap about 9 centimeters high because, of course, you know, we need to make them the same height as the other ones that my husband did. And I am still using my husband's molds too, but I actually needed more so that I could do more. Yeah, it is huge, Christine. And let me grab it. I've actually got one with lavender, a wholesale order that was put in. I'll show you how big it is. Oh, it is so heavy to lift as well. So this is how big it is. If you can kind of see how big that one is. So yeah, it's absolutely huge. But anyway, I thought, look, I'll just actually talk about that because, yeah, a lot of people are asking me about the buckets and where I get them from and so on. So, anyway, so that's, yeah, it is, Christine. Oh, it's so heavy because, of course, you got the mold and everything as well. And, yeah, no, it's really heavy to lift. So, you know, I've seen people make bigger ones and I just think, oh, how can they lift it? Yeah, Carla, it is a beautiful purple, isn't it? That purple there that I use, yeah, you use some grocery stores. Yeah, in the US will do them as well. And in Australia for the buckets, coconut oil comes in big ones. So don't throw out your coconut ones. But if it's metal, because some coconut oil comes in metal, then obviously don't use that. But, you know, like if it comes in a plastic one, reuse it because it's no good paying $30 for a big bucket that you don't need. Oh, and also if you need one and you haven't, one thing that everyone's going to laugh at me here, they're going to say I'm cheap, but you know how you get your mop buckets and it does have the lip on the mop buckets? They're like $1 in Australia, so you can even use that. And it's actually good because it does have the little bit of a lip at the end anyway. So obviously don't use it to mop the floor, but you know, buy a brand new one for $1 and you can use that. So, you know, so if you don't have any of the buckets or anything, that's kind of a good thing as well. I know I sound like a bit of a cheapskate, don't I, saying that. And my kids would say, oh my goodness, Mum, you put that on YouTube. But you know, so, you know, not all of us have money and I certainly don't. So I've always got to think of, you know, a good alternative as well. So now one thing that I was going to talk about too is wholesale. I've been asked a few times how I actually pack my wholesale. I do have a video that I will bring out next week that I'm still editing on that one. But basically, when you package with wholesale, you need to so if you've got a big box, because most of us would have a big box, the bottom you're going to, you know, layer it all down and make sure at the edge of your box is where the flat part of your soap would lie. Because you don't want to have the pretty bit on the edge in case they bang the box. So face them inwards. And anyway, when I do the video, you'll see. And then I put, you know, peanuts, the biodegradable peanuts in the middle, and then of course the next layer and so on. So in between every layer there's biodegradable peanuts, and that just stops everything being crushed. And I mean, I've been sending things to Queensland, Sydney, in particular those two states, which is quite a distance from me, and I've had no damages. So yeah, so it obviously works. But when I will bring that one out so you can all see how I'm packaging. And that's what I said on my last Sunday chat. You know, when you're actually doing things like this, the one thing that is really important is you need to have wiggle room in your price because, you know, adding the peanuts and all that, it actually does cost money. It's not free. So, you know, you need to have that as well. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Laurie, yeah. Yeah, using the mop bucket for another YouTuber used it. Yeah, well, it's really good. I mean, it's got the lip on it. It's big. But even the standard mop bucket in Australia isn't big enough for my new molds. So it doesn't hold as much. But, you know, I could probably find a bigger one and use it. But, you know, it's worth it, isn't it? But, yeah, so I will show you, like I said, the wholesale thing as well. And now, before I get to the rest of the questions, I'm going to show you actually how I do, you know, my, Eden Secrets. Yeah, I love her. You know, she was one of the first ones I started watching. Of course, Katie Carson as well. Adriana, I think her name's Adrienne from, I think it's the French Islands of Canada. So, but yeah, so I can never pronounce her name, but yeah, I love her too. Like I do, and I watch lots of YouTube people, so it's, you know, yeah. Oh, okay, you're doing a website all about gift boxes. Oh, well, that's really good. Yeah, so, but I thought, look, I'm just going to show you how to do them, and let me see. Oh, look, I've got so many gift boxes behind me because they're going crazy at the moment, because, of course, we're that time of the year. Sorry, I just have to find, here we go, I need to find one more. So I'm going to pop the camera down, and then I will show you guys what I'm doing. All right, so I have my little gift box here. All this is a food box. So basically it's just a food box, you know, and they come with a plastic lid. So I've got my biodegradable peanuts in the bottom, and you're not going to see this, so don't worry. And then I've got my bath bombs, and I've made quite a few of these, so I'll show you. So literally, I'm just going to be squishing them in here. So we're just going to squish them in here. And I know how they actually fit in. I'm going to fit 9 of these. I've also got some that are in donut sort of ones as well. But we'll squish these ones in here. We'll put this one in. I was going to put my chocolate one, but I haven't fixed it yet. So anyway, but yeah, so you can see they're in here, right? So they're nice and tight. And remember, with the peanuts, they can be squished down. So we're not going to worry too much. And now, oh, I've forgotten something. Hold on, I've just got to grab some tissue paper. Sorry everyone, I'm not organised today, am I? I'm hopeless. All right, so we've got the tissue paper. Usually I do pink, but we use the black one. So you just rip up pieces and you're just going to squish it in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's fine. I just had to make sure I had the right amount because they're all the same. And, you know, if it's Christmas, you might want to do green or red. I personally don't like doing Christmas colours because, you know, sometimes people will actually buy all of this. You know, it might be a birthday or something. You don't want to just make it for Christmas. But obviously the black is not going to look as good as the pink ones I did. But it doesn't matter. Someone might like black. And, you know, the thing is, if you buy those little containers that, you know, are purpose made for this, they're really expensive, and then you would have to make your buckets more expensive. So for these ones here, I charge $50. And that works out quite good. And obviously, you know, in your price, you need to add in all this, the tissue, the bucket, and everything else. But you can see how cute it really does look, and I'll show you when I'm finished. I'll bring it up. And, you know, like the end ones, just kind of like pull that out a little bit and stick a little bit in the end. And the good thing is, if you're going to send this, it's actually really tight because you're packaging this in tight. So it's actually not going to move at all. And then what I do is I do have my plastic cover that goes on the top. So I'm just going to show you this one that I've set there. And then, of course, I have my little sticker on the top, which I got made at Canva. Oh, the black bath bomb. Yeah, no, I should do a demo on that one, shouldn't I? Thank you. Yeah, it is. It looks cute. So then just push it down, and at the end they have these little clips because, remember, this would usually be one. And look how cute that looks. So hopefully you guys can all see that. And, you know, everything's nice and tight in there. So, you know, for a market, I actually took one as a demo, and I was surprised. It sold straight away, and I thought, oh, no one's going to pay $50 or $60 for something like that. But, you know, that's the thing that I always say. Just because we don't have money, it doesn't mean that everybody else doesn't. So, you know, and that's something I've definitely learned to rethink my kind of way of thinking, because, you know, sometimes I sort of think, oh, well, I can't afford it, so maybe no one else can. But, you know, some other people have different amounts of money. So, and if they want to buy it, they want to buy it. So anyway, that's one thing. Oh, and while we're talking about Christmas things, I thought I'd show you something. I do have a video coming out, but anyway, I thought I would show you. So I've made these gorgeous little candles. I mean, how cute are these? So this one's going to be like a vanilla bloom, and then the other one is called Sparkle Dust. And the one thing that I thought that I would actually talk about on here, like this one actually has the label. Hopefully you can see it. It's pretty hard to pick up on camera. But, you know, if you go and buy these from a candle company, like a candle store around Christmas, they are expensive. No, I don't. Someone's just asking, do I actually let people choose the bath bombs? No, I don't. Because I'm going to pre-do these before the market. So I just put them all in there, and it's just a little bit of everything in it. So it's more of a surprise of all different colours. And they're not the same. Like, they're all really, really different as well. Yeah, that's right, Christine. It's exactly right. You know, if you present something really well, somebody will want to buy it. But, you know, if I just stuck those in the bath bomb on top of the peanuts and didn't do any of the tissue, they wouldn't look as nice, and honestly, they wouldn't sell. So that's something that I think's really, really important as well. Yeah, that's okay. You're welcome. So anyway, let's talk about these. So these were my little candles. So like I said, if you buy these, you know, from your big candle suppliers, they are so expensive. I was shocked, up to $6 or $7 for one. And you know what I do? At the end of the Christmas season, you know, when all your department stores start getting rid of their stuff at 60 and 80% off, I load up the trolley, and I loaded up a trolley of hundreds of these. And they ended up working out to be like 75 cents each. Christmas essential oil blends. Yeah, I don't, yeah, some of the blends stink, don't they, for Christmas? I made one that was like a pudding one. Oh my God, it smells so bad. Honestly, I'd never put that in my body. You know? I thought, oh, maybe it's going to get better in time, but no, it didn't. So I can't remember who I got that one from, but it was one of the big companies. So, but I won't mention names because I think that's mean to say it smells, but yeah, it wasn't my thing. But yeah, so at the end of the year, go into your department store, and these are zoned for candles. So make sure you only, these were a candle jar that they were selling as well. So do make sure when you're getting them, you know, that you do that. But yeah, they're so cheap. So, and I'm not sure in the US, but I'm sure they'd probably have sellouts after Christmas, things that don't sell. And then these ones, it's exactly what happened. So I thought, absolute bargain. And then I've also got my little silver ones as well. So if you can kind of see inside, they look really, really cute. And these hold about 120 grams, I think. So they're small to medium. I have smaller ones than these, but the ones that are smaller than these don't really sell, to be honest with you. But anyway, I thought that I would actually show that because that is really important. Because, you know, imagine if you paid $4 for this, the wax, everything else. Before you know it, you've already spent $7, $8 on something that people really only want to spend, you know, pay $12 or $15 for. So yes, at the end of the year, everybody go and check out your department stores and see if you can grab an absolute bargain. And be like me, which my daughter, who, you know, she's 13, Annie says, oh, Mum, that's so embarrassing. She won't even walk with me when I fill the trolley up of all the cheapskate things, you know. But it's just the way it is. Yeah, if you have to, love, you have to. I mean, it's just definitely something that really is helpful. So now something else I was going to talk about as well. A lot of people are asking me, how do I know, you know, how do they know when it's time for them to do wholesale? The one thing that I was going to say with wholesale is it's really a personal decision, but from my advice, from what I've learned, and a little disclaimer, is only for me. Yeah, Christine, I am a business-minded person. You've got to think of the cash flow. I mean, you do. Yeah, you do. But with wholesale, so the one thing, you know, I really do suggest that you sort of start with just getting everything up and going and so on. Do I make boxes for scrubs? Yeah, I have, but I've done a really cute little unicorn one. I'll grab that in a second and show you guys as well, which That one actually looks really cute. I love it. I mean, absolutely adorable. So, and I actually bought these candle boxes. Going off, I am. But anyway, I bought these candle boxes a while ago. They were really expensive. And the candles really never sold because they were too small. And the time I actually sold the box, like actually paid for the box and the candles, it just worked out so expensive for me to make any money. So anyway, I've repurposed these new boxes, and I've got like a little unicorn set, a little bath set, which is really cute. But I will be making one with my blooming rose, because that is the scent everybody asks me about, blooming rose. So I thought, yeah, I will actually, you know, do one of those in a little bit of a set as well. Now, what was I talking about? Oh, wholesale. So decide when you're ready for that. But honestly, I'd start with retail first. Once you feel comfortable with that, then you can do wholesale, because you need to get a lot of experience behind you. You know, for a number of years, I didn't do wholesale at all. It was only retail, and it's very, very new for me. So I think you really do need to get experience, make sure your recipe is good, know that you can pump out that volume, because there's no good saying you'll do wholesale and you have a little 8 mold. You know, you need to have lots of molds. As you know, my husband made lots and lots of the molds for me, and then also I bought Vinnie's mold, and I probably in time, when I can afford it, I'll go and buy another one of those from Vinnie as well, because, you know, even though that one is curing, I made that yesterday, you sort of can't open it too much as well. Oh, yeah, hi, love, you're seeing my live. I know I had to do it early because I have a market tomorrow, another one in Yarra Glen, and in Melbourne. Even though we're open with our market, some of them have been cancelled because the owners, because they're all done at race courses, and the owners are a bit funny about them opening. So there's a few that they've been told, no, nothing to next year now, which is really disappointing, because it means we all miss out on the Christmas rush. But I did very well last week at Yarra Glen, so anyway, hopefully. But I've packed a lot of my boxes away, and getting everything organized. Also, I thought I'd show you these. I mean, how cute is these? I actually bought these boxes by accident from Stanley Packaging, but they actually fit my little things in, and I'm going to open it to show you, because I actually made a mistake when I actually did it. I forgot to put the sticker on it. But I thought, look, I'll show you this since we're talking about Christmas packaging. And if I open it up, I mean, look how adorable this is. It's a really tiny little Bubsy box. And then it's just my own branded tissue paper. And then you can see all of, it fits them perfect in my little chocolate mold wax melt. So I think there's 6 in this. So then I will actually put a label on the top. So yeah, so just think of little things like that. Because I have a lot of people that buy, you know, 5 or 6 melts. And this is probably a really nice gift. It would be a nice gift for someone to give to their mum as well, because lots of mums use the melts. So what I've done is same thing. I'm not letting them choose them, because you've got to repackage it up. It is cute, isn't it, Christine? Yeah, it looks adorable. And then they open it and my packaging is on it as well. So it kind of just makes it a little bit more special, you know, like I said. But even if you don't have your own packaging, you can put your label on top of a plain tissue. So, you know, whether you print your own label out. And don't think you need to have a sticky label. I mean, you might just have a business card even, stick it on top. You know, find a way to pop that on top, or a Christmas sticker, whatever you like. And then I will be putting sort of a label on here. And while I'm talking about this, I'm sorry that I'm going to rush off for 5 seconds, but I'm going to grab the other pack so I can show you as well. Oh no, that paper is darling. I love it. Absolutely. So hold on, I'm just getting something and I'll show you. So I'll show you a couple of things I've done. So I started rebranding a couple things because I wanted just to go to plain. So if you see this, and the one thing that I did with my branding, so this is my main brand, and then on the side here is actually instructions. So I've been thinking about this for a while now, but I thought, isn't that cute? And it looks really good. And then you've got the instructions on the side, and some of them are also in white. The ones in white that you can see behind me are the same as well. And going forward, that'll be my new one. And it also saves on postage, on ink as well, but it's just black. So I'll show everyone again just so you can see. Yeah, thank you. It does look cute, doesn't it? And this particular script is the script I use in my my business name. That's why I love it. Yeah, the unicorn ones, this is my little unicorn. They're always popular. I sell out all the time. But now this is my new little unicorn box. I mean, look how cute it looks. So it's got the little sticker on top, and I will show you inside. So when they get it, that's what it's going to look like. And on the top here has all the ingredients and everything else that you must put on. And then inside, this is what it's going to look like. I mean, how cute is that? So then they'll get like the little unicorn soap, a little lip balm, a little toy, and then of course, you know, another unicorn bath bomb. So this one is dedicated to unicorns, so they open it and see it like that. I know, it's so adorable, isn't it? And I was playing around making this soap, and I mean, how cute is this? Yeah, I love this soap. I mean, just so darling. And I don't usually do a lot like that, but I've had a few little girls come up and say, do you have a unicorn soap? Because I'd sold out. And one little girl last week cried. So I thought, oh no. Yeah, they are cute, aren't they? So, but I thought I would just show you guys a couple of the ones that I've done. And what's the other? Oh, there's another one here. Because these are the ones that are all going to the market. And then these are my donut ones. So these ones I sell for $60. And I think there's 10 of those in there as well. And I only took one to the market last week and sold it within seconds. So that surprised me because I thought, oh, I was wondering whether somebody would buy it. But people do, you know, like that's what I always say. Just because I can't afford it doesn't mean somebody else can't as well. Yeah, the boxes are cute, aren't they? All they are is a food grade box. So it's like, you know, when you go, they're actually called grazing boxes. You know, when you get those grazing with the salad and the meat and cheese, that's what they are. And I bought them from my little discount store. And one of the ladies said, why are you buying all them? Because I bought the whole lot, you know. So, yeah. And this is another one. I haven't put the packaging in, but this will be like one that will be a blooming rose one with just a couple bath bombs, a soap, and so on. And the same thing, then this is a magnetic glass box. This one's a more expensive box. And this one, what it had the insert for 3 candles, but it worked out too expensive. Oh, have I tried doing? Yeah, I do actually have. Look, I've actually got one of the little cupcake boxes, and I bought it, and I thought, how am I going to kind of fix it? And I have actually done a couple. Let me see. I think I've got it here. So this is one of my other ones. Now this is, I haven't done the label or nothing exciting, but if you can see, so it just has. This is, you know, your whip soap in the unicorn just sitting in top. So that's my little whip soap. And then, of course, I have my little unicorn cupcake, which that one's going to go in there. So that will be like a little unicorn one. So I might just do some pink sort of paper and build it up a little bit with some bio things. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. At the moment, because it's near Christmas, people do want boxes. They do want packaging, and they want it to look nice because it's much easier to wrap that than, can you imagine if I just give them that? It's kind of awkward to wrap. So even these, you know, like because I've got 2, you could do 2 in a little gift box. So hunt around for your little gift boxes. And even some of the candle boxes are really, really good. Oh, and I've got to show you this as well. These ones here are a candle box that you get. So I've just cut the edges off, push them in. And then what we can do is I'll show you my lip balms because they fit perfectly in there. And so what happens is I usually take these to the market. These are my little lip balms, but they get broken because they're glass and I can't find another container similar. But in here, I actually figured out if I lie these down, and I'll show you, we'll just fill it up first. They actually fit perfect in here. And then what you could do is, you know, you can do one that says raspberry, one that says peppermint, or whatever colour you're going to do. Or you could stand them up as well. But I did see that these fit in here perfectly as well. So that's another thing. You could use a tiny box like this. You might have something little, like a little soap or something with, you know, your lip balm thing. So yeah, always think about that. But like I said, once again, you do need to add the cost on for your packaging because you don't want to do a package and then, you know, then you're losing money. So just think about that. So imagine if you had all these lined up together. They neatly sit in there. People can just choose the one they want rather than scavenging through to find the right scent or colour that they want. And so I'm going to do some of those, and I will actually be putting a little sticker on the top. And I do all my own stickers on my Cricut machine. And even if you don't have a Cricut, Yeah, the packaging is killer. Yeah, you're right, 100%. Because you know what? If I just did a bag full of those bath bombs, people would go, oh, I'm not paying $50 for that. But in a box, they go, oh, amazing, I'll buy it. And, you know, like when I think of myself, I'm a grandma. My little son, Xavier, absolutely loves things like that. So I would definitely buy that for Xav. So, you know, it's funny, I wouldn't pay for it for myself, but for my grandson, I probably would. So, you know, I'd be like, oh, if he said grandma wanted, I'd be like, okay, fine. You know, I'd just have to save my pennies and buy him one. So, you know. Now, so we've talked about wholesale as well. Oh, I was going to talk about some scents as well. People are asking me, the one thing I get asked this all the time from customers, I want a candle that's really strong. Can you put extra scent? Obviously, no, you can't. You've got to just do what the law says as well. That's the way grandmas are. I know, Leanne, I know. I mean, my little grandson, I just love him. He's so cute and squishy. And I swear I had tears in my eyes when the borders opened and I could actually give him a big smooch. Because he kept crying on the phone, Grandma, I want a cookie, you know, because I have a special cookie jar that's just his little jar and he has like the little shapes in a bag that I buy. Yeah, so really, really cute. I mean, he's just darling, absolutely darling. And you wouldn't believe it, I have two grandbabies, a little grandson and a granddaughter. Ali is the daughter, but she's only one. Yeah, Christine, but my little, but Xavier talks more, so that's why I guess I sort of talk about him more. Ali's a bit younger. But yeah, when they come up, you just, oh my goodness, you just fall in love. And I remember when my daughter had Xavier, the minute I walked into the hospital and held him, I just burst into tears. I'm like, oh, you know, you kind of, it's just so lovely. Anyway, like I just love him to death. There's nothing I wouldn't do for them. But they're blondies. So my little grandchildren are actually blondies, which is funny, isn't it? So, because I have dark hair and my daughter has red hair. I have 4 children with red hair. So, so obviously I carry that gene. So somewhere along the line there's Irish or something in our blood. So yeah, now what was I talking about? Oh, we're going to be talking about the scents. So when people ask you for a stronger scent, I just say no. But then what I actually do is I say to those people, you know, this is a stronger scent. So, you know, things like fairy floss is stronger. You know, leatherwood, you know, like your sort of sandalwoods are stronger, lemongrass is stronger. There's quite a few that are stronger, but the weak ones are usually orange is not very strong. You'll also see strawberries not very strong as well. The milky almond milks and so on, they're not strong. But yeah, so that's what I just explain to customers, that there's some that are stronger and some that are not. And some, you know, when you actually buy a candle, the price actually can indicate whether it's a good candle, because not always, but you know, generally for me, if you know, like I have some that are a few dollars more because the scent is so much more expensive, and there's some bottles for 500 mils I pay $65 a bottle, and others that are $17 a bottle. So you know, that's the thing as well. So one of the vanilla ones that I bought is really weak, it's not strong at all, but whereas my blooming rose is very strong. So, and you know, that's the best seller. So, you know, that kind of goes to show, doesn't it? Gardenia is strong as well. There's a few really good ones. But yeah, so play around with those ones, but always tell your customers, I can't do what's above the law. Even if you think, oh, I really need the money, don't do it. Definitely stay within your law and just make sure you explain that you're a professional and professionals need to adhere to law. And people will respect you. And I've had people say, oh, I understand, that's fine. And then they've said, well, tell me what's a strong one then. You know, and some people are the opposite. They want a weak one because they don't like the scent. It gives them a headache. So, and some that are really strong, I say, don't put this in a small room. This is for a lounge. It's quite strong. So yeah, so that's something as well. And I thought I'd tell you, so my upcoming videos at the moment, I'm doing the Christmas candles that you'll see. Also a wholesaling video, which I go through of the packaging and where I get everything and so on as well. Yeah, you prefer the milder scents. Me too. I like the sweet scents that aren't too overpowering. Oh, salted caramel, that's strong as well. I just thought of that one. But, you know, a lot of people want them strong. But they've got to remember too, when you're at a market, it's open. You're not going to smell it as much as you would in your home or your bedroom or wherever you're going to burn it. So that's one thing that I always say to them, like, please remember that we're in a confined area at home, but out in the market, you know, you're just out in the air. So the scent won't be as strong. You know, and I've really only ever had one person say that one of the candles they got, which was a discounted one anyway, but they said, you know, it wasn't as strong as they would have liked it. They said it was still nice, but it wasn't as strong. So, but, you know, that's why I discounted it, because I knew that Cranberry Woods is a bestseller. Yeah, I've not seen that one in Australia. We definitely don't get as many as they do overseas, but we still get a lot. I mean, you know, Aroma is probably one of our biggest companies in Australia, and Aussie Candles, and they have hundreds on there, so I think there's hundreds. Some of them are very good. French Pear, that's another really good one as well. But as most of you know, I mix all of mine. I don't just do one, I mix lots of them as well. Oh, and now, so I thought I'd get on to some fun, exciting stuff as well. Yeah, you agree with that one? Yeah. I'd love to try it one day. I'll have to see if they ever bring it here. And there's one that I want to try. I think it's called rhubarb and custard. And I love rhubarb. A lot of people don't like it. But I thought, oh, I wonder how that smells. So anyway, but I haven't seen that one here. But I've seen it in the US, a few girls. I can't think of the girl that I watch. There's a couple different girls that I watch. Oh, Memory Box, Candle Co. I think she used the rhubarb and custard. And I thought, oh, that sounds really nice. But anyway. So my exciting news is I've decided, so with my website, I have like an email listing, and I thought, you know, to give back a little bit, because I do believe in giving back. Oh, you just made that one, Carla. Yeah, and you love it. Yeah, I've heard that cranberry, and that's very, very nice. But yeah, so I've decided I'm going to give back. So with my email list, anyone on the email list, once a month at the end of the month, I'm going to just draw a person out that's in the email list, and I will just send them a prize. They won't know. It will just be sent to their address. So if any of you are registering with your email, do make sure you also put your address, because if there's no address, then you won't get the present. Someone else will get it. So when you subscribe, just subscribe to my website, which is nelsonsopery.com. And then, of course, you know, at the end of the month, I'll send something. It might be a candle, it might be wax melts, it might be a little box, but usually it's going to be a little box. Just a little nice thing to say thank you. And I don't spam people with a million emails either. Every now and then I don't even do it. I forget it. So, but yeah, so anyway, but if anyone wants to go on there and subscribe, please do. I do have a Facebook group, but I really don't do a lot with Facebook. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't. I'm more on Instagram. So just go and find me on Instagram. And as most of you know, a lot of my things will say Nelson Interior Soapery, because that's how I started. And some say Nelson Soapery. So just look for either one on one of those. And TikTok, I go on it randomly. I do have a lot of followers on there, but I don't go on there all the time either if you're trying to find me as well. Oh, this is one thing that I thought is really important, because I've seen lots of people do it and it actually concerns me a bit. When you're branding things, it's best to brand it in your company. So I've seen other people use, you know, Star Wars, Disney, Harry Potter, all of these brands, and then they put them on there, you know, whether it's a candle, a soap, a bath bomb, whatever. And I've seen that, and honestly, I wouldn't do it. This is only my own advice, and, you know, I'm no legal expert, but you can be sued. And even at markets, there are actually inspectors that come around to markets and weigh your products and check, and they will say, where is your license? If you have something that is Cinderella, for instance, they'll go, where's that license for that? So that's something that I would just say that definitely don't do that. Try not to do that at all. And, you know, oh, hi, Mark. How are you, love? You can watch back what you've missed as well. But yeah, so definitely try not to use branding products that other companies have used unless you have a license. It's really, really important, because, you know, there's been lots of companies that have been sued. There's lots of stories on YouTube about it as well. And companies like Disney and Harry Potter, I mean, they are absolutely vicious. They will go for you if you brand in their product. I mean, they will chase you, and because they don't want it. And I actually heard a story a while ago that a little boy had passed away, and he wanted a Superman thing on his grave, and the company said absolutely not. So they were adamant that he was not having that. And I mean, that's on, you know, that's a sad situation. And I would have thought they'd allow that, but they wouldn't. So they protect their brand, you know, very strongly. So my advice is definitely do not do that. You know, there actually is a company in Australia that makes molds, and they actually make molds on Disney and all of that, but I don't think there's a license. So I have bought things from them, but I haven't bought ones that are actual mold. So they had like a princess one, and I think it was meant to be a Snow White, but I didn't make it Snow White. I changed the dress, I changed everything, so it was just a girl, and I just made her look pretty. It was just like a little girl, but it wasn't Snow White or anything. So that's the one thing that I would say. Just anyway, a bit of my mummy advice, but it actually does worry me, and I'd hate for any of you to be caught in that situation. It's like I said, I've seen it time and time again, and I see it at all the markets. And, you know, I've actually had people say, can you make it? And I say, no. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Christine, you're right. Yep, I did. And I actually asked the person, you know, do you have the actual license? She said, well, no. You know, but I don't. But I think if you bought the mold and you're making it for yourself, maybe that's okay. But, you know, selling it is a different story. Once you're selling these companies' products, that's a different story. But Bath Bomb World, they actually did like a Darth Vader and a few others. But what they did, number one, they didn't call it that at all. They didn't have that name. And they changed several things, so it wasn't exactly the same. Maybe that is okay because you're changing several things and you're not calling it that. You're not taking their branding and making money out of their brand and things like that. I've seen people do a spin-off on Harry Potter where it's called like Slytherin instead of Slytherin and things like that. But I still wouldn't do it because, to be really honest, I think if that went to court, it'd be like, well, we know what you're taking the brand from. I mean, you're still making money out of something that's, you know, especially if you're using the same colors and so on. So anyway, that's just, like I said, I thought of that and I thought I would hate to see any of you sued. And there's a lady that I do watch, Sunshine is her company on YouTube. And she was talking about how she got sued over a name. So she just wrote a name and she didn't realize another company had it. She said, all right, I'll remove it. She straight away said, I'll remove it. And the company said, no, we want financial money from this. So even though she's just a little person, they still sued her and she pretty much made nothing out of it. She offered to give all the money she made out of it and they said no, but she didn't steal a brand. It was just a name that she didn't think they had. It wasn't the same name. But once again, these are things that come up. So you do need to protect yourself. Yeah, you saw that one, Carla. I know. I felt so sorry for her. I really felt sorry for her because I think she is a genuine, lovely person and I don't think she would ever do that. I don't know her personally at all, but I do watch her sometimes. And I seen that and it actually broke my heart for her. I really felt for her. Yeah, you've seen it too, Leanne. Very sad. And you know what? If somebody said to me, you know, pretend this was Cinderella. It's obviously not, but pretend it was. If somebody came to me and sued me, I wouldn't have the money to pay them. I'd be bankrupt. Yeah, it made me nervous too. But in Australia, our laws aren't like America, you know. It's pretty rare to be sued in Australia, to be honest. But, you know, if it was Harry Potter, a big brand like that, yes, they would sue us. But, you know, we don't have a lot of companies that would chase us like that here, and our laws are different. So legally, I would think that would have been dropped in Australia. They would have said, no, any money you made, probably you would have had to pay them, and then that's it. But, you know, she didn't even steal their name or anything. All she did was a name that was similar. It wasn't even the same name, and I don't think it could have been construed the way that it was. But obviously this company is greedy, and they just tried to make money out of her. That's simple as that. Yeah, you see that on A Current Affair, 100%, Eve. You're right. But, yeah, so that's just why I wanted to bring that up, because it has been on my mind a bit, and I thought, oh, no. But anyway, that's why I've really... Look, honestly, my business would have gone through the roof if I had have used a brand. But I'm not going to do that because then I could lose everything and be sued. So don't think, well, I'm just going to, you know, take that brand because it will help me. It won't. It's not a good idea. Definitely not. But anyway, that's just something, like I said, I'll, you know, bring up, and hopefully that helps somebody. Yeah, your business, you know what, Christine, I have not trademarked my logo, but I have been talking to someone at the moment about trademarking it because they said to me, you need to now that you're sort of a bit more known. And you know what, I'm actually shocked. I went and bought some Christmas presents from a local shop the other day and she knew me straight away, and I was like thinking, how do you know me? But, you know, people now say, oh, well, I've seen you on YouTube, or, you know, I've heard your name. So that's the thing too, you know, but, you know, I just thought nobody would know me. But that's the thing too, you know, and if somebody tries to steal it, then you got a problem. Oh, okay, Christine, I might talk to you. Just send me a message, doll. Yeah, send me a message, because you know what, I just don't do it because I thought it costs a lot of money and I just can't afford it. But anyway, you know, you just have to sometimes splurge out and do that, don't you? So anyway, so that's one thing I was going to talk about. And people have been asking me at a market, how do you actually take candles and body butters? Oh, you're in the process of doing yours, Leanne. Yeah, it's important, isn't it? Because somebody can just come in and take it. That's the thing, you know. So, yeah, it's really hard. Yeah, definitely. But if, you know, if anyone can afford it, I'd say do it. I know at the start it's all about money because you just don't have it. Because, you know, even me, it looks like I do have a lot of money, but I don't, because all my money is invested back into getting things in bulk. I will get to the stage where I'll be okay, but, you know, like, it just takes a lot of time. But, yeah, so if you're going to a market and you're taking candles and body butters, the one thing to sort of keep them okay is, which the same as what Lush do, is they just put ice at the bottom, so you can sit them in ice and it keeps them cool. That's you know, an idea that I've thought you've come up with. I've never had to do that. I put mine on the shelf, but I do have a shade on either side and on the back now. And, you know, you can even use a tablecloth as a shade or anything, you know. It doesn't need to be the fancy, you know, $50, $60 one. Just try and find something, a piece of calico, even just to sort of shade out the sun a little bit as well. Oh, thanks, Christine. Yeah, I know. It's hard, isn't it? It's just about surviving until your business is known, because at the start I used to think, why aren't people buying from me? My products are great. But, you know, it's because they don't know you. They don't know. They've got to learn who you are and find you. And in the world of billions of businesses, it's hard for people to find your little business. Even on YouTube, I mean, look how many thousands and thousands, I can't remember what it says, but per minute there's thousands of videos uploaded. So, you know, so for everyone to find my channel is really hard for them even to find me. Oh, so everyone thinks, yeah, with the economy, yeah, before the election, we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen in Australia. I mean, who knows? I don't follow politics too much because I think they all lie. So, I mean, I think no matter who you vote for, you know, they're not going to do what they say anyway. They just say that to get into office. But you know, and it seems that every woman that gets into office, they find a way to get rid of them. So, you know, that's just my point on it. I won't say any more, but yeah, I've seen that in Australia, and that's a boys' club still, sadly. But anyway, hopefully I've helped all of you today and given you guys a couple different sort of suggestions, things you can do with gift boxing and things like that. No, they don't even try to hide the lies. You're right, Christine. Yeah, it just comes out. I mean, yeah, no, like I think the PM's had a few issues lately, but oh well, it's just the way it is, as long as he doesn't upset other countries too much, because that affects us too. Because for any of you listening from other countries, Australia's still very small. You know, we don't have a lot of things. There's a lot of things we actually can't get here. It's really hard. Oh, that's good, Eve. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I really do try and help. Honestly, I do. You know, for me, it's not just about making money. It is about trying to help. Oh, and I've got some exciting news for you all. After all this time, finally, my YouTube account, finally, I'm that excited. I've actually been paid one payment. So yeah, no, that's fine, love. You're welcome. Anytime, no problem. Anytime. No, you're so welcome. Yeah, so I've finally been paid something, so that's very exciting. Yeah, thanks, Carla. It is exciting. Yeah. Yeah, so and when I say a lot, I mean, it's not thousands, believe me. It's a couple $100, you know. But, I mean, I don't care. Like I said, I do this for free. So I actually do enjoy speaking to all of you, and you've all been absolutely amazing. So, yeah, so anyway, but that's just one thing that I thought I would all let you know. And I do have to give a really big thank you to Leanne. One of you on here, one of my subscribers, is the most gorgeous, gorgeous person. She has actually ordered me a splitter and paid for it herself out of her own pocket. I mean, is that the nicest person? It actually brought tears to my eyes. It really did, Leanne. So I don't know how to thank you. It is just so nice of you. It honestly is super nice, and I'm just really touched because, you know, I don't expect anyone to give me anything. I honestly don't. But I just really wanted to thank you. And Vinny, who you bought it from, did let me know, and he said he's going to send it out soon. So anyway, I just wanted to say a big thanks to you because it was really super nice of you and honestly just so kind of you to do that. And with my dad in hospital having his treatment, he's been in there and kept a bit longer because he's had a few infections. Oh, thank you, Leanne. Yeah, and it actually did make me a bit cry because Dad's been in hospital. I've been worried about him, and then I got that message and I thought, oh my God, that is just so nice. So anyway, I just wanted to say a big thanks because you really do deserve a thanks for doing something so kind. So anyway, but I will end this video on that lovely note with Leanne. Oh, oh, thank you, Leanne. No, it is really nice. And I do try and say to people, you know, this is about community. This is about giving back. It's about being nice to people. You know, just say hi to somebody because you don't know how they might, you know, that person may really need just someone to say hi. There's people that are really lonely at the moment, especially elderly people that they couldn't see their family. So, yeah, oh, thank you, Christine. My dad will be okay. He's just having a special cancer treatment to try and give him a bit more time. So otherwise he would only have a couple weeks left. But this treatment may give him 6 months. So fingers crossed. And he's doing really well on it. So, but he'll be home on Tuesday. So he's been there a week. So anyway, but yeah, but like I said, ending this, I just really wanted to say that please just give a smile to someone, say hi to someone, tell them at your local supermarket you're doing a great job, you know, because people are just so thankful when you do that, you know. Yeah, but anyway, I will leave now, but thank you everyone for the prayers of my gorgeous daddy. He will be home hopefully on Tuesday, and I'll sneak in a little video of him, you know, when I see him come in, but he might sort of need to just have a rest for a week or so. But anyway, I will see you next Sunday. Next Sunday I will be here on my normal time because I don't have a market next Sunday unless, of course, that changes. So, yeah, so... Oh, that's right, Christine. You're saying, yeah, tell a barista they're doing a great job. That's right, exactly. All right, bye, everyone. You guys know I love you and appreciate you. And, of course, I will see you next Sunday at 11 a.m. Bye. Oh, thank you. I'll tell my dad. Oh, too many comments. You're all gorgeous. See you next Sunday. Bye.